All right, we're looking for a record. We're going over to Mike Eppel at 680, keeping an eye on the Dow this morning. Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Melanie. Should see some records easily in the opening trades this morning. Already seen some overseas, and Wall Street will be back from the three-day weekend today, and the Dow Jones is set to surge about 200 points right off the bat this morning. Early trading momentum to the upside, and the Dow could in fact clear 26,000 for the first time ever if this morning's futures indicators hold true between now and the 9:30 opening bell. And we're also watching the TSX, maybe going to extend its winning streak to a fourth trading session in a row. Meantime, some big problems in the cryptocurrency markets this morning, with South Korea warning that it might shut down some of these new cryptocurrency exchanges because they're simply not regulated. And South Korea is one of the biggest countries for trading of these new currencies. As a result, the uncertainty taking Bitcoin as much as 20% to the downside at one point overnight. Other ones such as Ripple and Ethereum, these have all been down as much as 25% in the early trading action so far today. Canadian home sales hitting records in the later stages of 2017. The Canadian Real Estate Association in with some numbers talking about how there was a sales surge in the last 2 months of 2017 in what was otherwise a slower year for sales for the year in its entirety, but the last 2 months of the year saw the biggest uptrend in sales activity nationwide since 2009. And the theory is that a lot of people were buying homes in advance of the new mortgage rules that took effect on January 1st, which did raise the criteria for getting a loan on mortgage if you don't have a 20% down payment. Cannabis companies were smoking hot again on Bay Street yesterday. These companies, which have been the best performing segment of the market over the past 6 months, seeing some double-digit percentage gains again yesterday and have been very heavily traded. Afria doing a $200 million deal out in British Columbia, and the stock's set to gain again at the opening trades on Bay Street this morning. And we're tracking the Canadian dollar. We talk about the cryptocurrencies because they're so volatile. The Canadian dollar this morning is holding steady ahead of tomorrow's decision on interest rates coming up from the Bank of Canada. Send it back to the studio.
Yeah, a lot of talk about those interest rates, too. Not only in the Bank of Canada, but credit card interest rates as well. Has a lot of people fearful.
It's about debt loads, and that's maybe one of the reasons why, Kevin, the Bank of Canada will not move tomorrow necessarily, because Canadians are so heavily indebted. They're already talking about the fact that a lot of people can't pay the bills because interest rates have gone up twice in the past year.
Yeah, a survey done last month showed people are just about $200 away from not being able to meet any of their bills.
Very fine line indeed.
All right. Thank you, Mike.